Just got the Insta360 One X? Hey, congratulations! It's the best 360 camera in the market today. Now, if you want to make the most of your Insta360 One X, then this video is for you. Got a special guest on the show today. He's a friend who's been shooting videos for over 10 years, and he believes that anyone can shoot great videos, including me. Here's Chanel.
Hey Mick, that's exactly right. I want to help people bridge the gap between the technology and their creativity. We are both passionate about helping people make awesome videos. So how about you and I share our best tips and tricks with the Insta360 One X?
Great idea, Chanel.
Epic. Let's get started.
Tip number 1, how to avoid blur. One of the most common questions I get about the Insta360 One X is, why is my video blurry? What you're seeing is probably motion blur. When you're shooting in low light, the Insta360 One X defaults to a slow shutter speed in order to reduce noise. But with slow shutter speed, there will be more blur. So to avoid this, go to the video settings and change the shutter speed auto to fast. This means that it will default to a faster shutter speed. Or if you're shooting with the One X app, go to the manual exposure mode for video and set the shutter speed to 1/125 or higher.
To remove the black cloud at the bottom of your footage, go to Settings, Nadir Logo, and set the logo to None. To turn off the Insta360 One X watermark, go into your One X app settings and turn off Official Watermark.
Now, have you ever noticed that the date and time on your files is usually wrong? That's because every time you run out of battery, or if you remove the battery from the One X, the date and time resets to December 31, 2017 or January 1, 2018. Now, setting the date and time is super easy. All you gotta do is connect the One X to your smartphone, either wirelessly or via cable. The One X will sync its clock to your smartphone.
If you only have one battery, then make sure you're carrying a power bank so you can charge the One X in between your shots.
Here's another way to save battery. Turn off the wireless signal on the Insta360 One X. Go to the settings, go to Wi-Fi, and simply turn it to auto. And when you're ready to shoot with the One X app, then just turn the setting back on. Or if you're using the iOS version, it can actually connect to the One X even when the wireless signal is off. Now, if you won't be using your One X for a while, you can save battery even more by removing the battery. But just remember to set the date and time again, just like what I mentioned in my previous tip. By the way, if you're new to this channel, FYI, it's about 360 and 3PV cameras. So if you want to learn more about this exciting new way to shoot photos and videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell.
Place the One X lens down into the pouch to protect the lens. The easiest way to clean your One X is by using a lens blower or by using a lens pen. And remember to never put the lens on a hard surface because I'm sure you don't want to scratch your lens.
Now, do you want your subjects to look good? Then avoid the stitch line. It's that area between the lenses. So you want to point this away from your primary subject, especially your friends and family.
On a sunny day, avoid one lens facing the sun. This is because the lens facing the sun will expose brighter and the lens away from the sun will expose darker. So instead, make the side of the camera face the sun so there's equal amounts of exposure on both lenses.
Here's a tip for sunny days. Turn on your HDR video mode. In this mode, the One X's processor uses DOL HDR, Digital Overlap High Dynamic Range, which lets it capture an extended dynamic range, especially for highlights. Now, it's best to use HDR video mode when your One X is on a tripod.
Use the invisible selfie stick to get a third-person view. Bend your knees and walk slowly for a steady shot.
Now, here's a tip that will make it easier to edit your videos. Aim the front of the One X toward your subject. But Mick, it's a 360 camera. It doesn't have a front and back. Well, actually, it does. You see this LED screen? This side is the front of the One X. Whatever is in front of the camera when you start recording your video is going to be the first thing that your viewer will see in their 360 video.
When editing your One X videos on the app, make sure to tap back every 5 minutes to save your work. Tap back into the edit to continue where you left off.
Here's a cool tip that very few people know about. There's a shortcut to editing your One X videos so that you don't have to use the keyframes. All you gotta do is point the front of the One X to your subject. And in post-processing, turn on direction hold. With this technique, you can keep the One X pointed to your subject without keyframing.
To extract a 360 photo from your 360-degree video, import your One X footage into Studio for One X. Move the yellow cursor to where you want to take a photo and press the snapshot button to save it.
Now you can do that too on the One X app. Just select the video, and when the video is loaded, you can select the view that you want and then tap on that dotted square in the bottom to take a snapshot. The snapshot will show up in your phone's Photos app or Gallery app.
If the One X app is not responding on your Android phone, then you need to force close it and open it again. To do this, go to Settings, go to Apps, find the Insta360 One X app, open it, tap Force Stop, and now open the app again. And now everything will be okay.
Here are tips for better colors on your video. First, if you want your video to look more professional, then use a manual white balance. So that way the color won't change from scene to scene. The easiest way to do it is just go to the white balance setting and just try out the different settings, see which one looks the most neutral to you and stick to that setting. Another tip for more vibrant colors is to turn off the log mode unless you're going to apply a LUT in post-processing.
To remove the microSD more easily, use another microSD and carefully push the SD card in and it will pop out, and then use the SD card to push the SD back in. The easiest way to transfer files from your One X to your PC is by using the data transfer cable. So plug it into your One X and into your PC, then turn the One X on and the One X will connect.
Now here's a time-saving tip. When you're downloading videos from the One X to your smartphone app, guess what? Your One X can still record videos. You don't have to wait for your videos to download completely.
There are two ways to export videos faster using the One X app. The first way is to turn off power saving mode. So go to your settings, your battery settings, and then turn off power saving mode. The second way is to keep your phone on charge whilst exporting the video.
If you love overcapture, FYI, you can also do that on the desktop using the new Insta360 Studio for One X version 3.2.1 or later. In fact, you'll be able to create overcapture videos without stitching the video first, and you'll have stabilization too. Another great software for overcapture videos is Adobe Premiere. On Adobe Premiere, you can import your One X files directly. You don't have to stitch them first, and then you can go straight to editing. Now, if you want to learn how to edit your videos on Insta360 Studio for One X or Adobe Premiere, then check out these videos.
Now here's a bonus tip, and this is a really important one, learning from my previous mistakes with the Gear 360. So if you mount the Insta360 One X on a light tripod, please make sure to put some weight at the bottom of the tripod so it doesn't get knocked over. Now I actually thought it's a bright sunny day, there was no wind, but then out of nowhere a gust of wind came and blew my camera down. So no matter what the weather, just make sure to put some weight there, because you need to be careful of kids running around, animals, or tourists just walking into it, just not seeing it there. So just please make sure to take that extra precaution when you're out filming.
That's it! Now if you have your own tips, share them in the comments below. And for more tips on the Insta360 One X, don't forget to subscribe to Shayna's channel on how to make videos. And don't forget to subscribe to 360 Rumors. We've got exciting videos coming up. See you in 360.